It's a 2-day workshop, and the first day was really mainly me talking and showing my films and saying how this is possible, and then we did a very quick. I just said, well, I want you to tell me some ideas from maybe from your childhood, and I think we had probably about 7 or 8 different ideas. This was very quick. It was like a 10-minute amount of time to come up with something. But they were really great. Like I could have made a film about literally any one of these stories. Some of them were really funny and some were really sad, but they were all really interesting little stories. It was great. I thought it was really great. I really enjoyed it. And today I've asked them overnight to come up with some more ideas, so we'll be looking at, I hope, about 25 ideas today. I guess my job is to talk to students about how you can use either autobiography or biography to come up with ideas for films, and then how you might start to make a film using a real event, either from the students' own lives or from somebody they know, or maybe even a newspaper story or a radio interview. So it's a way of starting, especially in animation. Animation is often fantasy stories, and it doesn't really have any connection to our lives. And of course they can be very interesting, and there's been thousands of fantastic films made, but I think often for students it ends up being if they have an idea that isn't, it's sometimes better for them to have an idea that's related to their own lives. And so I guess I've been asked to take this workshop because I've made quite a few films that are either based on things that have happened to me or that have happened to other people, and I've made animated films about them, or in the case of the first interview, I've made a documentary about an event that took place, but setting it in the lives of the people involved. I wanted to make a film. I saw the series of photographs. It really started with these old photographs, and I think there were about 13 or 14 photographs of the same image, really, but just taken a minute or 2 minutes apart on an old camera in 1886. So it was before the cinema, but it was a series of photographs that were like frames from a film. So this was that was the basic idea, that there were photographs that looked like frames from a film, but before film existed. And it was like an animatic or or a flip book, a little flip book that for drawings, like a animated book. It was like that. So I thought, how can I turn this into a film? And there were a number of ways of doing it. I could have just used the photographs alone, but that's not very lively, and you can't see the people actually living. And I could have used the photographs and animate them, but then I would have had to cut the photographs up, and it would have looked a bit grotesque, I think. And also to cut up these fantastic photographs is not very respectful. So I thought, well, if I restage the interview and make actors look like the real people, and then just pretend that it's a movie that was shot before movies existed. I guess non-fiction as a basis for storytelling.